right, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of The Widely Show. This is what I call a great show that we're going to get into right now. We got a lot to discuss concerning T.S. Madison, of course, and also Funky Dineva. We got a lot that we're going to discuss about these two individuals right here on The Wiley Show. I am excited for all of you all's support that you all have been giving on this particular show. Now, everybody was saying, the relationship with Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison has been based in a lot of fakeness, drama, identity crisis, sickness. And so I want to get into this. I came up with a title, me and my team, and I said, Funky Dineva betrays T.S. Madison. And how he portrayed her is multiple different reasons. One major betrayal is that he teamed up with Tasha K. And teaming up with Tasha K, doing shows with Tasha K, apparently Tasha K reached out to Funky Dineva for he can be on her live show. And I find it quite interesting that Funky Dineva is trying to work with Tasha to do a live episode when she have came out to the world and said that T.S. Madison is a man and that she don't respect a man when a man goes against a woman. So I don't understand why fucking they would do it, but he have always have this junkie mentality because he went on Tasha K's show and he dragged a fellow black woman, Michelle ATLien Brown. He dragged her, talked about that she smelled like fish, that she looked like Gary Coleman, all of these disgusting things, but he did it on Tasha K's show. Now he's supposed to be T.S. Madison friend. Supposed to be the friend, and they have always used the identity of black women. And personally, I feel as though black women should get their reparations from fucking Dineva and T.S. Madison because they have stolen the identity of black women. They have stolen that identity. I mean, look at Michelle ATLien Brown when she come out and she say that. It's starting to make sense that they have stolen the identity of black women. And I personally want fucking Dineva to make a statement because he have not came out to distance himself from Tasha K. He have befriended her. He be on the phone with her. They text. And he's supposed to be this guest on her show in Miami. Now, when we hear all of this stuff and we understand that these two people supposed to be this unified unit for the community and they're so divided, a person show you who they are by their actions. If you're teaming up with a woman that's saying to T.S. Madison, I don't respect you as a woman. You're not a woman. You don't live my life. You are pretending you're playing dress up. You don't have a menstrual cycle. You don't have the genetic makeup like me as a woman. I don't respect you. But then on the other hand, she befriended, you know what I'm saying? You have a person like Funky Dineva that is not, he just a woman impersonator. He put on wigs and makeup and cheap makeup and stuff. And he decided to say, hey, I'm going to team up with Tasha K. I'm going to team up with this woman that is very derogatory towards what T.S. Madison stands for. Now, T.S. Madison decided to call me the F word. First and foremost, that's a derogatory word. And you can call me an F word all day long, but I'm not trying to be a woman. When I was born, do you know it's something when you're born as a man and you know that you're a little boy, you grow up as a man, and then you know that God don't make no mistakes? You know, you understand what I'm saying, Paul? Like, you know that as a fact. I know that as a fact that when I was born on November 11th as a boy, out of all the things I went through, all the traumas I experienced, I knew I was a boy and I was proud of that. Then this boy became a grown man. You know, I'm honored. I don't have dreams like, you know what? I wish I was a baby doll. Like, I'm so glad and honored. Out of all of my issues and problems that I had in my life, I knew exactly what my gender and what my identity is. T.S. Madison can't say the same. She gets so upset because people do not respect your identity. When I had a conversation with her father, we talked to her father, and the father abandoned T.S. Madison, Miss Mary mother. He was a ruthless thug, and that's what Miss Mary now. Don't look at Miss Mary now in the wheelchair bumping into walls. She loved thugs, okay? Criminal type of men, all right? So I said, why don't you receive your daughter as your daughter? He said, well, you have to understand, Wiley, I come from a different time. I'm a father. I can't sit here and call her a woman. And, I said, sir, I understand that. So what T.S. Madison understand is her father transphobic, because your father don't even see you as a woman. See, before you come on this internet, T.S. Madison, please check your house. Because last time I checked, your brother called you Timothy. Your brothers call you that. Their girlfriends and fiancés call you Timothy. It slips up out of your own mother call you Timothy. Does that make her transphobic? Because obviously she birthed you and she know what she birthed. She ain't losing her mind. She losing some of her sense because she's bumping into walls and stuff. But please help me understand, why are you so quick to call my fellow colleagues that are black women, been black women all their life, that they have to be transphobic, but you don't say that about your own family? I never seen you do an episode before that show was canceled on the WeTV. It was canceled, called the T.S. Madison Experience. It should have been the T.S. Madison Science Project. But that show was, you didn't say nothing about your father and say, Father, you represent transphobia. You didn't do an episode. You didn't go in the basement. You didn't get your employees who you're screwing and say this about your own daddy or mama. But now you're going to say about the black women that do not honor what you represent. You have to understand that there is no woman that I know, unless you're a liberal, that will say, well, I want you to sit with me. You are me. When you didn't live my experience, you wasn't born this way. You changed that up. So if you can say, this is how I feel, but I can't tell you how I feel, but your feelings trump the feelings of traditional black woman, biological black woman, your feelings trump their feelings, that does not make any sense when the scientific data is saying one thing. Like, come on. I just don't understand it, T.S. Madison. I don't understand it at all. How your feelings is so great and so awesome, and you slinging that ping left and right, and you can call Michelle ATLien and Gary Coleman, which was a man, by the way, and then you're going to say in that same seat in that basement that you was able to remodel off of you doing adult entertainment, screwing innocent boys that you did not pay, right? Some need to get tested right now. We're not going to get into that. But that's how you was able to fund your empire. You didn't fund your empire by working on a big budget movie. They weren't checking for you. The most of your money, big chunk of it, come from you slinging your man parts. You still using your man parts. You're still using something that I was born with, and you use your man parts when it benefit you. But then when you want to sit with women, I just don't understand that. Make me understand that. And then for Funky Dineva, now we know that you are a junkie. We know this. You have admitted to doing junk up your nose. You lost your job doing Sister Circle. That's why you didn't do that. That's why you didn't get that television show, because of your junkie behavior. You decided to talk about Michelle T.L. that she smells so bad, but yet you all in her house, you all in her bed, you living in her house, you putting on her clothes, trying on her wigs. I didn't hear nothing you talking about that lady smell, but soon when you get evicted for the failure of you not paying your rent, why you didn't go live at T.S. Madison house? She got a whole basement down there. You could have went out there and shared a bed with Chi Chi. That's her adopted daughter. Why did you go there? You went to the black woman, and the same black woman that opened up her property to you, you failed to pay your rent. The filth of your dog pooped and messed all over her property. And you're mad because she's still talking about that experience? Yes, you effed up. And you teamed up with Tasha K. You betrayed T.S. Madison. And T.S. Madison, you have a tendency to call people in the community the F word. If you want to call me that, then every woman don't have to receive you as being a woman. You can say what you want to say. You didn't put my name on it because you ain't crazy. Because I challenged you to a wrestling match. You still ain't return my phone calls. We want to get this wrestling match started. I want to wrestle you. All right? Okay, I don't know, what can we call it? Can we call it last man standing? Technically, we can call it that, but we want everybody to be included. The last standing. What the last person standing? Because you don't know what to say now. But the last something. Somebody that's standing last will win the match. I challenge this woman to a match. So this is what I challenge her for. Because she's trying to get down with Tasha K and with biological women, which she will dominate by her genetic makeup. She won't dominate me at all. So I want to say this, and I'm being quite interested because people will say, and I've slept with so many trans women. How can I be transphobic when I've helped them? You know, I was a pimp at one time. I helped employed trans women back in my day. You know, I was a security guard. I had a friend. She met a client from a beautiful, beautiful hotel downtown. And her security guard or somebody that was going to play security, you know, pretty much going to do it. In this particular trend, she was always losing her money. So I said, I'll stand at the door. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he paid that money and make sure my girl was good. But I just don't understand how can we be labeled something, but she can call black women bees, call Michelle ATLien Gary Coleman, but then we become this. I'm not that. I don't care if you want to say that I'm that or not that. But one thing that you can say, you pimped out your peen and fund your mama. That's why she's a hypocrite. She ain't no Christian. How in the world can you eat at a table that whatever you produced out your womb, which you a failure as a mother, use her peen to fund the place that you living in? That's how you able to get your caregivers off of her peen. You able to get that expensive wheelchair with extra turbo speed off of her peen, right? She didn't get that because she made some massive Wall Street investments. She made an investment on that 12-inch. That's how you're able to eat good, be in a nice-ass kitchen off of her peen. So before Miss Mary go and read scriptures to me, save them scriptures and tell it to whatever you produce. Because you produce generational trauma. You go and get Jesus for that. Don't you try to bring Jesus to everybody else, because your household is a house of horror. Before you try to quote a scripture towards Wiley or any other critic, you must get that house in order first before you try to quote a scripture about me or any of my colleagues. Because your life and the way that your existence with you as a mother is a house of horror. Do you understand me? Okay? Because you partaking and you frying people chicken and making them baby back ribs. You would be the type of person, Judas that betrayed Jesus, you would invite him to the house and make him a big breakfast. That's you. Anyway, so she get mad, then people would say, you shouldn't talk about T.S. Madison mother. But she talked about Tasha K children. Why we can't talk about a grown woman that failure as a wife, man cheated on her. But she could talk about her children, her child, somebody's daughter that's innocent under 18, but we can't talk about a grown woman that failed as a wife. She's a failure. This is why T.S. Madison is not married, because she never seen a good marriage. She seen her mother get emotionally abused by a no good, trifling man. And guess what? He still ain't no good. He's still living up on women. Still won't Miss Mary back because she got a good house. She got food. Of course, she ain't missing no meals. That's a clear failure. And we saw that failure on the show. But because T.S. Madison wanted to presented this picture that she got it all together, bring up that family trauma and echo it. Because you got a lot of trauma in that family. But you want to come to the internet and talk about women that cannot beat you. They're not part of the community. These are straight women. You don't try that with Brother Wiley because you will not win. Neither would your crew, Oliver, Weak, and Desperate. He don't know what he want to be. His own mama don't even know who she want to be with. And Oliver, I got to tell it to you, player. Don't dare try to give me my DM and tell me to hush. You don't have the authority, because when you were broke, couldn't pay your rent, your own fake mama, T.S. Madison, told you no. You had to go to your biological mother and go to her and say, Mama, I know you got on that strap on for your girlfriend, but can you pay my rent? Can you pay my bills? Because T.S. Madison can't pay it. And then, Oliver, you went to T.S. Madison, your boss, and she said, I ain't giving you nothing. So let's be clear on that. So how dare you even give T.S. Madison the title mother? Please. That's a failure as a mother, because when you couldn't even pay your rent, your own mama with that wig and those big old hands told you no. And you had to go to your biological mother that birthed you, and she gave you the money to pay your bills. Now, I understand there's some people in here that love T.S. Madison. You love her in words. You love her what she stands for, but you don't truly love her. Most of these people that say they love her publicly, privately, they dog her, right? They don't love her like that. She's not this well known. She's not that well likable. Many people that I've talked to that work in and outside of her circle said that she's cheap, that she wants things for $0 and 0 cents. That's why Oliver is being pimped by Dr. Heavily with that weird squeaky voice. That's why he's being pimped out by some of the greatest Atlanta socialites, and he's still living in that one-bedroom apartment with the grass on his wall. He should be a millionaire, but they pay Oliver like they paid Milagro and Armand Wiggins in clout. But yet you have an upgrade. You still on Chasing Atlanta for free. So don't you dare say nothing about the Wiley Show. You still working for free, getting paid for free, and you still have not upgrade. You cannot talk to me, sir, with all due respect. Now, when it comes to T.S. Madison, I seen how she came against my colleagues, and she goes in the chat. She be aggressive. She don't come. They said, Wiley, she don't come and try you like that. I know she won't try that. I will rebuke her and her mother. She ain't going to try that over here with me. I will put her in her place. I'll remind her, I'm a man too, and you ain't going to try that with me. I walk the same streets, even though I didn't tell myself. I seen her somebody. We walk the same street. You ain't gonna try it over here. You try that with those women, and you try to over there, but you gonna bring that base down and fall under subjection when you come to the Wiley Show. Do you understand me? And that's why Funky Dineva, he get mad because he did some type of substance in his nose, and Oliver put it out there that he did it. Oliver is very messy. One of the messiest people ever. In the gay community, it's a lot of messy folks. That's why they got the douche. You understand that? What you dushing for? So you won't get mess on you. You're dealing with a messy situation. Get up out of here. I come from that community. I walk the same streets. It's mess in that community. They will take a picture and dog you like. Don't you get it twisted. There ain't no all rainbows and booty shorts. It's mess. Now, I know some people in here don't like me. But at the end of the day, I will never, ever put T.S. Madison and replace her with a biological woman. Never. That don't even make sense. Why would I replace a person that decide in her life to do that and she don't even live by it? She still used what God gave her and made her income. She didn't make her income by a yoni. She made it by a big old piece of sausage. She didn't make it by a yoni because she wouldn't have made no money. See, she has something that women do not have. They don't have something that just grow down there and just boom, 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 and then they get it, unless they go to the store and buy some equipment and charge it up. They got to charge it up, get the right doom, got to go to TSA, then you got to open it up in TSA. They got to look at it, they got to insert it, make sure it ain't no. One thing about me, I can walk right through TSA and I ain't got to worry about inserting and checking and boom, 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 boom. But she using what God gave her to build her empire. She didn't get no yoni. She used it as a look, as a branding part, because it's good branding. But at the end of the day, I want to say it in my close. I know y'all are upset at Wiley. And I know, and I want you all to let the people comment in the chat. This is what we do. Funky betrayed T.S. Madison by working with Tasha K. This is why I don't sit with those fake people. This is why I don't interview these fake people without asking them these tough questions. You don't see me going to Atlanta because these people ain't my friends. Because half the folks you go there, they're going to be dogging you out. I be trying to warn some of these creators. They be going to Atlanta. Oh, this person, my friend, he cool with me. This person, okay, you're going to end up. And when it happens, I'm going to be right there. Don't be calling everybody your friend. You don't know half these people. You better call who I call a colleague. There ain't no friend. You got to be tested to be my friend. I'm just going to call you that because we both, you know what I'm saying, you look good. You know what I'm saying? You go to bottom. We drink together. We in the club. We turning up. Okay. Let me see you. That ain't no friend. That's a socialite type of person. You go to have a need and you will see how your real friends are. Because Oliver thought T.S. Madison was his mama. That's mother. He was broke. Couldn't pay that rent. And she told him no. And where did he have to go? To his biological mother that birthed him. Do you understand me? So I understand that it is people in the chat upset at the Wiley Show because we keep it 1,000% real over here. And we're going to go over there to our members only and talk with you all and understand. And then another person, person in the chat, this is T.S. Madison, I guess her cameraman, said none of this is news yet, so it's irrelevant. Let's talk about things that are actually going on in the world. That's important. This is very important to me. You know why it's so important? Because you watch this show and you're commenting, so it's important. Do you understand? So I don't understand how that goes. You can just kiki with a person like Tasha K and she's the enemy of T.S. Madison. And he laugh and want to do a show and all that. And I know T.S. Madison didn't even know he was going to do that show in Miami. But I told you, you're getting played, T.S. Madison, again. Now, we're going to open up the phone lines. I don't know if anybody in the Maddie squad want to call in and defend their person. But we are here as a man that's giving you all a manly alpha perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you a manly alpha perspective. I may say so myself. I love myself. I love giving y'all a manly alpha type of thing. All right. And I love you. Okay. Yes. So we're going to open up the phone lines and we definitely going to be here for that. And if y'all want to call in and give y'all opinion, y'all can. So give me a second here. We are here this early in the morning. This is Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And we invited T.S. Madison on the show. She have not responded to us to be on the show, but we did invited her to be on the show. We did. We invited her to be on. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show. Hello.
Hi, Wiley. Good morning.
Good morning.
So I just want to come in real quick and because there's people in the chat just going on and on and on. So I just want to throw my 2 cents on real quick. I just want to bring people back and remind people of when Funky Dineva talked about Blue Ivy, Beyonce's daughter, and called her ugly and nappy-headed and was talking about that child. Let's not forget, T.S. Madison gave Funky Dineva a platform to come back on, air and show her grievance and apologize publicly for those nasty comments, because everybody was ready to be done with Funky after those comments about that poor child. And T.S. Madison still opened her door and let Funky in to apologize. And basically, tell the world, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Because it was almost curtains for Funky Dineva. Okay? Because wasn't nobody checking for Funky after Funky made those comments about that baby. And I just feel like time and time again, Funky has done very, very skeptical, backhanded, backstabbing things to people. I mean, ain't Funky from Florida? And tried to go after Coach Stormy with the whole low vibrational plates. But I can recall a few months prior to that was buying and selling the tea from her. The NutriBurst. I mean, Funky Dineva's been all over the place for a very long time, so this is not surprising that Funky would go behind T.S. Madison's back and work with the enemy. This is who Funky is.
I agree.
Now, don't let me for all the people in the chat, Mr. Liv, whoever, let's bring it all the way back and talk about that show, Sister Circle. Now, remember when Funky Dineva was supposed to be a part of that, but had a relationship with Quad from Married to Medicine, okay? And Funky and Quad got into a squabble. Words were said. Quad was still on the show, but Funky wasn't. Okay? And now you know Quad and Dr. Heavenly don't get along. And guess who's friends with Dr. Heavenly and got Dr. Heavenly on Fox Soul? Funky. This is who Funky Dineva is. A ugly, nasty, two-faced, backstabbing scoundrel that will do anything for clicks and views. Knowing God darn well, Funky don't deal with no Jeezy and Jenny May, but got the tea on their relationship. We don't never hear about Funky with nobody, but Funky got the tea on what's going on with everybody. But we don't never hear about Funky ever, unless it's negative or backstabbing. So I feel like T.S. Madison needs to address it.
You and I want to say you never hear him about in relationships or of that nature. The last time he was in a intimate relationship with King of Reeds with no protection on, and you know King of Reeds have what he have, and he just did a
the one that got the dirty blood.
Yeah, the one that was bragging that he don't have to give permission to do what he have to do to wear protection. He can have no protection, love making if he want to do it. There, that's who he was last intimate with the King of Reeds.
Oh, Funky got bigger problems than talking to Tasha K.
Yeah.
Funky better go ahead on and get yourself together, because it don't seem like it's gonna work out too well for Funky. But this is what I'm saying: when you do bad and evil, look what comes around.
Absolutely.
Talking about that poor baby like that. Blue Ivy didn't do nothing to Funky Dineva.
No, absolutely.
You know, T.S. Madison been nothing but helpful for Funky in the past. I don't know about in the last year or two, but back during quarantine when everybody was on these people YouTube, you know, searching for content and things to watch, I can recall T.S. Madison having Funky as a regular guest, talking about the reality shows and different things. Because wasn't nobody really checking for Funky after those comments were made. So this, I feel like, is the ultimate betrayal, but this is Funky Dineva's MO. Period.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much for calling in.
All right, baby.
Thank you. Love you. All right. This is what it is. And we have a lot of people that are here and that are showing their love on this Sunday morning. Beautiful Sunday morning. And I want to say thank you all so for calling in. You live on the Wiley Show. Hello. Yes. All right.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Can you mute me in the back? Can you mute?
Hi, excuse me.
Did you mute me in the back? Because I thought I heard myself in the back. You got me playing on your TV?
Sure. Do you hear yourself now?
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, yes, this is the only K Harrell. I'm calling again. Hi, Wally. We had some words before. As you know, I am a true fan of T.S. Madison. I am transsexual myself. This is how I look at it. Because a person worked with somebody, because you have beef with somebody, doesn't mean that I have to have beef with a person. You two can fall out. We see it all the time. Look at Derek J. Derek J still mess with ATLien. And he also deals with T.S. Madison, Craig. You got a lot of people that does that. It does, just because you have a problem with an individual or because you fall out does not necessarily mean that I have to fall out with that individual. We don't live in the same house. We're not paying the same bills. Everything about us is different. And see, that's the problem with the world, because one person have a problem with somebody, we want everybody within our circle to have a problem with. That ain't how the world works. You always get to know a person for yourself. And see, I think that's what causes the problem with a lot of people. I don't see no problem with Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison did not address it. Funky Dineva did not address it. So I think what you coming up with is some Tasha K-ish type stuff. Is lies.
So what if somebody sleep with one of your clients and one of your good paying clients, they take your clients? You won't be upset if your friend taking all your high paying clients? You won't be upset?
I don't have no client. I don't have any clients.
Let's just say if you did have, when you were having clients. You had clients before your past. Let's not act like that's not.
I've never had no clients. I've never had no clients. I do comedic work. I sing, and also I am a manager at Amazon. Okay. So I don't have any clients.
Okay, so what if your friend steal your job, take your job, and get a bigger promotion? You won't be upset about that?
I might be upset about it. I might be upset, but that doesn't mean that nobody within my circle can talk to him because of that. That's me and my friend's issue. It's nobody else's issue. And see, the problem is we become infested with it's like a disease. We become infested, and we want to infest everybody around us to not like an individual because we got a problem with the individual. And the problem could definitely be us. We could definitely be the problem. But we want everybody else to take our side, when our side might not even be the right side.
So in this particular issue with T.S. Madison, you don't have a problem with Funky Dineva teaming up with a woman that said that T.S. Madison is not a woman, she is a man. You don't have a problem with Funky Dineva teaming up with that type of person that went
Here's my issue.
And talking about
here's my issue.
That situation.
Look at Armand. Look at Armand and Jason Lee. Look at Armand and Jason Lee.
Go ahead.
They're enemies, right?
Go ahead.
T.S. Madison is still friends with Jason Lee. A lot of people are still friends with Jason Lee that are in Armand's circle. It does not mean that they have to have a problem with Jason Lee because Armand have a problem with Jason Lee. That is, in fact, it's like a disease. We want to corrupt everybody because we got problem with people. We want everybody in the world to have a problem with people. That's why a lot of people take to Facebook and Instagram to argue. That's why they do that, because they want everybody to have a problem with the person that they got a problem with. And that ain't how the world works. You ain't gonna have me infested walking around with hate in my heart because you have a little issue and then down the line y'all fix it and me and this person still got a problem.
I don't understand that you're saying that sounds good, but I don't think that you being a trans woman and we're friends and somebody just went on a campaign, a massive campaign, they all calling you manly man hands, right? And I team up with that person and do shows and making money and just end my relationship because I no longer do shows with you no more. You won't feel no type of way?
All these people were friends. All these people were friends
about that.
All these people were friends. All these people were friends before all this stuff happened. They all dealt with each other. Whatever Tasha K went through, that she had, whatever. And trust me,
person, you're doing a show, the Queen of Supreme Trash show, going on tour. I'm helping you, but I stopped working with you. I'm teaming up doing a show with Tasha K, and it's much better than yours. But this Tasha K person called you man, manly hand, man, deep voice, man breath, and you literally will still be friends with that person?
Look at me like this. Look at what Tasha K is going through. Why would I be upset? Evidently, she's not coming out of the gutter.
What I'm saying is you will still be friends with that person.
I'm not going to be friends with Tasha K.
But you would still be friends.
But if Funky Dineva,
Tasha, wow.
Funky Dineva and Tasha K already had a relationship. Why would I be upset? That's called an infest. It's called spreading the disease of hate. And what if Funky Dineva, T.S. Madison and Tasha K mended up? And now Funky Dineva and Tasha K are going to be out because Funky Dineva took T.S. Madison's side. That ain't how. You guys got to deal with reality and deal with the matters of the heart. And the matters of the heart is we want everybody to hate who we hate. And that ain't how the world works.
Well, technically that is how the world works, because if you
for you guys that live in that bubble
sector, because I don't understand how you could be friends with someone that went on an attack and say that you're not a woman at all.
They were already friends. They were already friends. That's the part you're missing.
I just don't.
They were already friends. That's what you're missing. Before the attack came,
personally,
before the attack came, they were already friends. Before the attack came, Funky Dineva was friends with Tasha K. So was T.S. Madison friends with Tasha K before the attack came. Now, because Tasha K went after T.S. Madison, which I do not like, because trust me, I am not a fan of Tasha K because I am a trans woman. But I have not seen Funky Dineva do anything wrong. T.S. Madison still work with Jason Lee, right? Didn't they just do a show together that got over 200-something thousand views?
So you're so for what I'm saying is, so you're, and this the thing is, they're not really friends. Let's be crystal clear on that. They're not.
Are you sure about that?
They're not really friends at all. And let me tell you.
Are you sure about that? What gives you that conclusion?
This ain't nothing but, this is a colleague. We're gonna do a collaborate. They're not really friends, because T.S. Madison, when she brought Funky Dineva on, when she brought Tasha K on the show, Jason Lee was upset and ended the relationship. Wasn't calling, wasn't texting. He was done with her and still done with her. Because now, and only reason why Jason brought T.S. Madison on the show, let me tell you how dirty Jason Lee is. Let me give you some little homework. Did you know Jason Lee got a show on Revolt? What was T.S. Madison's show on? Was it on the Jason Lee YouTube channel or Revolt on Diddy Network? It was on the Jason Lee YouTube channel. He didn't even put T.S. Madison on Diddy. The only reason why Jason Lee brought T.S. Madison on the show is because Tasha K started dragging T.S. Madison, and he want to show the world that, look at you, stupid woman. You teamed up with Tasha K. Now she's dragging you. But we're not going to put this show on the Diddy Network. We're going to put this show on my YouTube channel. Literally didn't even put it on Diddy, because he was upset and still pissed at T.S. Madison because she teamed up with Tasha K. Let's not act like people are not going to be upset when you do it. They're not friends. They're not showing up to each other's events. He is pissed off that she teamed up with T.S. Madison. And this is another failure of T.S. Madison. She's much older than Tasha K. And you got gooped by a black
What that means?
And let's not be shocked.
What that means?
Tasha
K ain't shit. Tasha K cost $4 million of problem for our family. Tasha K ain't shit.
1 second, ma'am.
Tasha K ain't shit.
1 second, ma'am.
Tasha K ain't shit.
1 second, ma'am. Tasha K have always been criticizing people in the community, and she have always stand on biological woman is biological women, and trans women are not women. She have always said this. This is nothing new. But even though
you said something out your mouth that I never thought you would say the other night. You said you didn't even believe that Tasha K got molested. Why did you say that?
1 second,
so you call her a liar.
1 second, ma'am. Let me finish my point. Let me land the plane. Even though T.S. Madison knew that, she brought Tasha K to her home in the basement, all because she wanted to make Armand Wiggins look bad, because she was beefing with Armand Wiggins, and Armand Wiggins said, you don't have too many black women on your show. So she brought Tasha K, an enemy of Armand Wiggins, brought her on the show. They started to do shows together. And guess what? Tasha K dragged her. And now T.S. Madison is going against her children, dogging her children. Now, you are a trans woman. I don't know if you have any children. How do you feel about T.S. Madison dragging Tasha K biological innocent babies into this? How do you feel about that?
I don't feel no type of way because you did the same thing.
Oh, no, I'm asking about me. I'm asking about your person that you're a fan of. How do you feel when T.S. Madison dragged Tasha K innocent babies? Let's stick on that. How did that make you feel? Were you upset about that?
This is how it makes me feel. If I'm minding my business and somebody come and hit me, man, woman, or child, you all getting it. I don't care who you are. You all getting it. Man, woman, or child. Tasha K hit T.S. Madison's mother, who does nothing. Same thing you do. You do the same thing only because you're looking for a little clout too. You're looking for a little clout, but T.S. Madison paying you.
That's not a child.
You seen him responding to you.
That's not a child though. So
it don't matter. It's the same thing. If you hit me where it hurts, I can hit you where it hurts.
Not a child.
If you hit me where it hurts, I can hit you where it hurts.
Ma'am. Okay.
If you hit me where it hurt, I can hit you where it hurt. Am I right?
Force fucking Dineva to apologize to Blue Ivy if kids can get it. I don't understand. To me, DS Smash is a hypocrite. Because in one way, you sitting and let fucking Dineva drag Blue Ivy and said that she was ugly, and then he was forced to apologize. But yet we can dog out Tasha K. Make it make sense. Her beautiful children.
You do the same thing though.
You allow
Tell me how
that.
you do it.
That makes you a dick.
How did you talk about her son?
You allow her to do that. That's not right, ma'am. For you to sit here and say,
so is it right for you to do it?
Well,
is it right for you to do it?
Right that Tasha K can be able to call T.S. Madison what she's not and call her a man. I don't see an issue with that. If you don't have an issue with her dogging her children, I don't see an issue with T.S. Madison being.
So do you have an issue with you dogging her children and her husband?
Wrong about that. She's not wrong.
Do you have an issue? Do you have an issue dogging her children and her husband? I watched your live. I watched your live. You called the child. When you talk about the child,
she called her Timothy. So why are we not coming against the mother? The mother say that she's Timothy. So why are we coming against Tasha K in the instance where Miss Mary called her own whatever Timothy? Why
did you say out? You won't let me talk. You won't let me talk. Why call it? Why should I call it if you won't let me talk?
You are a hypocrite.
Here's my question to you.
You're a hypocrite. Because
here's my question to you though.
And standing on Miss Mary,
why did you?
I call her.
Why did you bring up Tasha K? Why did you bring up Tasha K molestation allegations, saying that you don't believe it?
Up in the interview, ma'am. You
said you don't believe it.
Interview that she's not a
child.
You said
you don't believe it.
She's not a child.
It's the same thing. It's the same sensitive thing. It's the same sensitive thing. You are just
ma'am.
Your issue is you want Natty.
You don't have an issue with Tasha K saying that about. Well, you have an issue with Tasha K saying it about T.S. Madison, right? But you don't have an issue with T.S. Madison dragging the innocent babies of Tasha K. You don't have an issue with that because everything that T.S. Madison does is right. You don't see any wrong in that. And then you're going to get here and say you don't see a problem if your friend work with your ops. We know that's a bunch of foolishness. Let somebody take your good paying clients and they take your clients to your friend. You're going to dog that friend out. You're not going to still be that person friend. And she said here in line, she ain't got no client. She got multiple clients. I know exactly who that girl is or whatever she want to be today. Now, so I want to say personally, this is a beautiful show because we getting reactions from all walks of life. And I want to ask you guys when y'all are here in the chat to continue to comment, drag me. I don't care because I stand on what I believe. And the power of, I'm no different than T.S. Madison. Well, I know who I am. I'm a 100% man. And I don't want to be nothing else. And so, but she gets in that basement and she say her opinion. She said whether it's right or wrong. She have a guy with a beautiful green card. And she don't even get him his own private hotel room. She sleeps in the same hotel with his employee and flirts with him. A whole straight man. He's from, and holding that green card or work visa over his head. So I personally feel like it's an embarrassment to the community, honestly. And I stand on Michelle ATLien when she was being dragged and being called Gary Coleman. I stand on what Michelle ATLien was saying. And you have to understand what she was saying. She said, I'm tired of T.S. Madison infiltrating our space and taking our space and saying that they are women. And then when you go in that restroom and T.S. Madison decided with the anger, and she thought it was a joke, to make fun of a woman that was going through a crisis. She was having her menstrual cycle, going through a crisis. And she understand that because she is not a logical woman. She don't understand the struggle. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, you live on the air. Hey. Good morning. Good morning, I know your voice anyway. You have a voice. I love you. Go ahead, Gar. Yes. Hold on one second. I want to make sure they can hear you. This Couture Bay, you guys. Go ahead, Couture Bay.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. So T.S. Madison watches everything, whether we believe it or not. She's searching her name. She wants to know, and the fact that Funky Dineva canceled on T.S. but is willing to bury the hatchet with Michelle ATLien Brown, that speaks volumes. That is a big deal. And for y'all to sit up here and think that T.S. Madison is unbothered, oh, she's pressed, very pressed. She's probably going to wait and see what's going on, but we know the truth, okay? At the end of the day, T.S. came on Beyonce's internet and said that Erica Mena had every right to act the way she did. When you speak, kids are off limits, but when it comes to Black children, they're not off limits. To me, that's very anti-Black, and I don't care what nobody says. They can come up here and be like mad because you said Tasha K's son was going to be a toy soldier or something like that. You didn't call him no monkey. You didn't say they was mentally unsound. You didn't say you wish they wrapped around a tree and Tasha K's family and her husband's family would have to bury them. You didn't never say nothing like that. I've never heard it. So to me, I just think that's weird. And I do think she's going to be jealous. And I do think the relationship between Funky Dineva and T.S. Madison has dissolved. T.S. Madison's not good for business. I don't know why they can't see it. You know, you're right. The Jason Lee interview was not over there with Revolt. T.S. Madison was begging for Funky Dineva to come, and he canceled. So that shows, like, her, whether she's on Beyonce's album or not, the impact is very limited and it's very low. Nobody is checking for T.S. unless she's dragging Black women and children. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be real. And the only reason she teamed up with Armand because Armand has a presence. Like, and Armand said all those nasty things about T.S. style. Just weak beta behavior.
Weak, very weak. And then in the show, she threw out shots at Armand Wiggins. Remember that? And said he was like infamous. And you remember how Armand Wiggins was pissed and he went on a rant. And T.S. Madison was eating with her mother and eating chicken or whatever she was eating, but she removed herself from the table to call into the Armand Wiggins show because he didn't like it how T.S. Madison said that he was infamous and how she pretty much called him an infamous. He was pissed off by that.
Yes, fake friends. But, people trying to tell us what we don't see. Child.
Right, like we ain't got eyeballs. We know this is all fake because let's be clear. If T.S. Madison was really effing with Armand Wiggins, they would have done the Queen Supreme Court. It wouldn't have been no Funky Dineva. Let's be clear.
Hello.
Where's Armand Wiggins and T.S. Madison on a tour? You know why she don't want to do that? Because Armand went on a hate campaign. This would really test that theory of that woman that called in. Because he don't like Jason Lee. He burned Jason Lee's book, posted text messages, talked about the man weight, his failure.
Said he was on them party favors.
Right. And let's see if T.S. Madison is going to bring Armand on. Let's be clear. It was Armand Wiggins that brought up allegations that T.S. Madison hired and brought her to her house to work together. And then he brought a crackhead that is deceased, may she rest wherever she's at, Samantha James, on the show while she was deep on crack. So he brought her on the show to embarrass T.S. Madison. And he brought multiple allegations against T.S. Madison. The only reason why she made up with Armand Wiggins is because she did not want him to continue to go on this campaign because he's the type of troll that troll with hundreds of thousands of viewers. So that's what.
Oh, let's not forget the cookie situation.
House and ate Thanksgiving food. And Armand Wiggins went on the record and dragged her, Chi, and Craig. He said everybody in her house is using T.S. Madison for their own financial and social media gain. So where's the relationship with them? So let's be clear. I would love to see it since they really friends. I thought they was friends. No, this is a social media. They team up temporarily, but they ain't no friends. I don't see
definitely not friends.
Let's see. Let's see.
Remember, Armand also brought up the stuff. That's how we found out that Cookie and T.S. Madison weren't really cool like that.
No, they really weren't. And then you saw the evilness of T.S. Madison. She put in her contract that she didn't want to work with Samantha James, right? And let's be clear. If Samantha James wasn't on crack, she would have been bigger than T.S. Madison. She was more entertaining. She was more like, let's be clear. When T.S. Madison do her morning show, it's dry. It is boring. Only time is when she's dragging black women. We don't care you lusting after your employee that you're using for a work visa. That he's used for a work visa, paying him pennies on the dollar. You remember that Larry Reid told his employee to get out of that basement because it was so much drama, so many allegations. It was so when you see a pedo employee that worked with Larry Reid that violated Levantre, his close right-hand man leave the basement, obviously there's something there. And because he covered up for Larry Reid when he violated Levantre, there is no allegedly. And you don't see him back in that basement working and stuff. He fled it. Why? Because she was not paying him fairly. And Larry Reid told him, if I'm lying, tell him, ask him why he left. She wasn't paying him fairly. $100 here, he need to get paid. He was like, listen, I'm doing all this editing stuff. I need to be making about $1,000 a week. T.S. Madison said, I'm not paying that. So she went and got a whole foreigner from Africa and dangled on a work visa and let that man work for free for $3.25 an hour. He ain't getting nowhere near his deserving, because if he was, Oliver would have stayed. Oliver left because T.S. Madison don't like to pay people. She's cheap. She didn't even pay the young man boys that she screwed for her adult entertainment. Most of them is broke, and T.S. Madison still getting residuals off of her 12-inch, 11-inch. It's not a Yoni, it's a Sasha. She got the same thing I get. Hers probably a little bigger and a little older. Well, it's much older. Ooh. She's in her 40s. But go ahead, ma'am.
What I was going to say was, you're very right. And the only reason we found out about the basement stories is because of Armand. Like, let's be honest.
Exactly.
Let's call a thing a thing. So, when people get mad at me and like, oh, this, and when T.S. Madison want to jump around and share my content and be all mad and play the victim, because T.S. Madison is always the victim. How are you older than me, but I'm bullying you? Child, make that make sense. But at the end of the day, she's pressed, especially Funky Dineva, because Funky Dineva actually has despite all his, derogatory stuff, he's actually talented. And that's something T.S. Madison is not. And I don't mince words. It is what it is. She knows how to be around the movers and the shakers, but she's not a mover and a shaker. I'm out in Houston right now on my Walmart break, and every time I look at the buildings and stuff like that, I don't see T.S. Madison's name nowhere. It's not ringing bells. I went to go see Beyonce last night, and she barely played the cozy clip where I'm black, and you know what I'm saying? So let's be honest. People are only respectful to her because of what she has accomplished. They don't like her though, and that must be sad. And shout out to Michelle ATLien for shaking things up. I stand with that black woman on this. And until these trans women start respecting us, they're always going to be outside the club. And that's just how I feel about it. But happy Sunday, Wiley. I hope you have a great show. Y'all like this video. I don't care what they say about you. You told us from the beginning you are a troll, and I love that.
Thank you so very much for your support. Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.
All right.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This was amazing. Oh, such an honor having Couture Bay on the show. But we have this massive episode. We about to get ready and go to our members only. We're going to take one more phone call. They've been calling in back and back. So we're going to make sure we get that one more phone call in. We get multiple phone calls. They said we won't get no phone call. We get multiple phone calls. Beautiful phone call. Beautiful people. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
What's going on, Wiley? I see you on there talking crazy today. You always get them riled up. This is the queen of the messy mafia, your nigga Bangkok, and the banging don't stop, okay? Why you got it in for Funky Dineva today?
You said, where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
And you represent what organization?
The Messy Mafia.
Okay, so what do you want to say about this situation? Can I call you ma'am? Would that be correct?
You can call me whatever you like, long as you call me it right. Okay, I'm just up on you today, Miss Wiley Lee. You is stressing. You got me going talking about Blue Ivy. T.S. Madison said she came in the game letting people know she was titties at the top and dick at the bottom. So why should that even matter?
Well, for me, I feel like, honestly, I feel like that it is very it's not right, because you don't represent what women don't represent. They don't have that. And I find it quite interesting that she runs in Couture chat and these women chat, but she don't run in my chat. We both were men. I'm a man, she was a man.
But
Right?
Wiley, you kind of go. But Wiley, your content.
1 second, ma'am.
Yes.
And she still have what I have. We still use the restroom the same way. So honestly, I feel as though we screw the same way. We both are tops. But the difference is I don't run in women chats ready to roo ride, because if you can't run in a man chat and roo ride, you ain't a real person. Because she goes to these innocent young women channels, but she don't come here. It's not my fault that Funky Dineva decided to work with Tasha K. That ain't my fault. But then
Tasha K is a demon, child. You got to overlook Tasha K. Tasha K is a demon. Yes, she is.
So you don't think T.S. Madison a demon to screw these young men and not pay them appropriately and not giving them no residuals for the work of them busting it? Hold on 1 second. Them busting it wide open, drinking everything they drinking, all of the seed, all of the mess they taking, and you don't think that's right? You don't think that's evil?
T.S. Madison has an agenda, Wiley.
What is that agenda?
Her agenda is to come in, get paid, and get the fuck on. T.S. Madison is like a hurricane.
That she stepped on and screwed over and still monetizing that. Why is she not paying those young men?
She paying for. Have you seen her YouTube views? She got the lowest views on YouTube
views. That's not keeping the lights on. It's that adult entertainment. Her slinging that sausage. And what about the innocent young man? What about the All Queens man when he was violated in the basement? He said
that man was violated. You saw that. That man was having the time of his life.
He said he was violated. So we're not going to believe a victim that said he was violated. He said
you know what, people will say anything, just like right now. You are on your show by yourself because you are protected. Once you start opening your doors and letting people come on there, as sexual and as freaky as you is, you're going to get a few allegations too. But that don't mean they're going to be true.
Ma'am, he came out, this brother worked for Tyler Perry, said he was violated with T.S. Madison, and you're telling me not to believe him?
You know, people do anything in this industry for clout.
So you're saying don't believe him?
People do anything for clout, Wiley.
I'm asking you a question. I hear that, but you're telling me don't believe that young man that worked with All Queens man that was violated by T.S. Madison? You said
if he would have came back with the police, then I would have said believe him, Wiley.
So he have to come with the police to say believe him?
Oh, you know he better. He better.
I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Men get raped in jail every day, and that don't change the situation. But if you ain't trying to report it,
you're bringing up a statistic. No. Does that make it right?
It don't make it right. But if you ain't reporting it, what can be done? Why I'm gonna wait 2 years later to report something that happened in 2013 with T.S. Madison? T.S. Madison been a freak. T.S. Madison been a jigaboo.
Do you think that she assaulted that young brother for All Queens men?
She done assaulted plenty men, but you know that
she have what now?
She has assaulted plenty men. It ain't the first time we done heard about T.S. Madison doing stuff.
So you going on the record that T.S. Madison assaulted plenty men?
Oh no! Don't try and get me caught up in it. But I'm just saying,
ma'am, I'm not putting.
I done heard stories with Tasha K, and I follow Tasha K, and I follow other people that don't like T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison is hated in this industry by a lot of gay people, and gay people are vicious with the rumors.
Do you believe those rumors?
You know, you never know, because T.S. Madison got a demonic look to her. If you catch her from the side with them cheeks, she'll give you a demon.
Thank you, ma'am, for calling in.
Thank you.
Wow. Don't try to put that on Tasha. She said it. See, I'm glad that people are being honest. T.S. Madison's not that likable as you think. But that was her words. That do not represent the identity or the comments of the Wiley Show when it comes to stuff like that. And I don't represent what I'm just going by what that brother said from All Queens Man. He said he was violated by T.S. Madison. And she said she was going to sue him. She said she was going to sue him. And she called me a cockeyed demon. The cockeyed demon. All right, but we shall see. All right, anybody else want to call in? I told you this show is lit. Well, we have conversations. And I know people are saying, Wally been on YouTube for 25 years. That's a lie. 25 years. Let me do the math here. I've been on YouTube for 25 years. Let's do the math. I'm 32 years old now. Okay, 32 years old. Let me get my calculator. Okay, you said I've been on the internet for 25 years. So I was 7 years old when I was on YouTube. Back in 1997, YouTube didn't exist. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
Got customers. I don't got customers.
You said you don't have customers?
I don't have no customers, Wally. You said I do got clients. You know exactly who I am. I don't have no clients, Wally.
Okay.
Okay, but my question to you is, allegations is only allegations, right?
Right. No. What I'm saying about the T.S. Madison situation, it was a previous caller that said that T.S. Madison have multiple allegations. Did you hear what she said?
I heard it, but there's also been allegations against you.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about me. It's about T.S. Madison that went on the record. Listen, this is about T.S. Madison. We're talking about T.S. Madison. This is about T.S. Madison. And T.S. Madison have on the record that they went on and that she responded to on the record. Can't get mad at that. He was from All Queens Man on Tyler Perry and said that he was violated by T.S. Madison. Another one of her followers said, oh, yes, she has multiple allegations. That woman said it. Multiple allegations. So on the record, and T.S. Madison responded to the allegation. Did she do it? Responded to the allegation. So she said that she was going to sue, and she went on a whole trying to put spells, brought on psychic readers. Where your attorneys at? I thought it was a lawsuit that was going to fall. You know why you don't follow these fraudulent lawsuits? Because you have a closet full of skeletons. And it's a lot of people in that staff don't like you. A lot of people in that staff don't like you at all, feel that what you do is crazy. A lot of people have abandoned T.S. Madison and worked with other people, building up their brands off the back of T.S. Madison, and they should. They didn't get paid fairly to do these shows. They didn't. So I can understand why they decided to leave T.S. Madison and work with other entities. But now Funky Dineva is working with Tasha K, and now we're saying this verbatim on the show, that they're working together and being this type of entity. And this is something that we're putting out in the forefront, that T.S. Madison is yet again being on the sidelines, getting used yet again. So thank you all for tuning in to this beautiful broadcast. I will see you all later. I got to get in with my members. Yes. So I love y'all. Thank you all for y'all amazing support. This has been such an incredible episode. 350 million people. I told y'all I am trans ratings. Okay, I see 350 million. If a person say I was born like this and they're a woman now, I can say I'm trans ratings. All right, that's how I feel. I feel like it's 350 million people watching me around the world. All right, that's how I feel today. I'm coming out the closet and I feel like 350 million people is watching me. Okay. Thank you all. We're about to go live on our members only over there on Zoom. We want to say thank you to the supporters that are here. Love you all that came through. I want to say shout out to my members that is here. If you want to become a member, this is the time to join now. We want to say shout out to Barry White joining our members only. We want to say shout out to the people that are joining our members only here. We got a lot of people that are joining us now. We got Barry White have joined us. So we're looking forward to it. I'm going to actually post it again. If you do not want to commit to a month, you can also pay $5 to the Cash App, and you can text us your number. Send a number in a memo, and then we will send you the Zoom information. I'm going to say it again. You can actually text us your number, and we will send you the Zoom information. So if you don't want to commit to a month and say, hey, I'd rather commit to I just want to see what y'all do over there before I commit to 30 days. Monthly, you could do the Cash App, Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. Send $5 and we will send you that as well. So we're going to have a good old show. I was not expecting this episode to go the way it did, but I do want to say shout out to my mentor. Like they told me, they said, you got to talk about this. And they were right yet again. And I sat on this topic because this particular person made the thumbnail and told me to talk about this subject days ago. And I didn't do it. And I did it now, and it was good to talk about this subject. But a lot of people didn't know fucking Dineva supposed to be this special guest of Tasha K. So we're going to see how that's going to operate and go, because I guess, she can do what she want to do, but we bringing it to you all here. We have so many members in here. I see the members in here. A Monty, the Maze Morrow Show. I see y'all in here showing love. It's so great. It is such an honor. And we will see y'all in the next broadcast. We're going to add more moderators in the chat. We're going to add some more moderators in the chat soon. So you don't have to ask me to become a moderator. I just bring people in the chat to moderate that is faithful. So if you're showing up every day in the chat, we'll bring you to be a member. So also, absolutely. You can receive. Okay. All right. Oh, somebody give people to be moderators. Give people to be. Okay. So she's going to give people. I don't know how that worked with the gifting. She's going to give 5 people to be members, was gifted a membership. And Daniela Turner have gifted 5 people to be members. Wow, that is amazing. So, and you all, they can do it. They can gift you all to be members. Definitely amazing. I didn't even know that they can do that. I believe they can. I thought that was something. So we want to say thank y'all so very much. Gifting people for that. So y'all want to say thank you to Dana Turner for gifting 5 people to be members, and it's such amazing that you did that. Okay, it's just amazing. That's amazing. I'm looking right now for that. It's just amazing. I'm looking right now in the chat here. It's just amazing. You say I need a membership gifted to me. Well, she only had 5, so y'all got to become a member, man. It'd be really, really good over there, members only, and I appreciate the love over there. Gifted. I said we had fun, y'all. Wow, that was amazing. I'm looking in the chat here. That was amazing. Y'all have showed up. That was amazing. Okay. Right. They said Gassy have been on her show before. Wow, I see you have been on her show before. I'm hearing what y'all saying. Give me a second here. We trying to make sure, because people may get on the show and show love here. Hold on one second. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Let me see. Let's see. I was giving y'all enough time because I want to make everybody know that we about to go live. We got a new member in the house. Oh, man. Yes, that's amazing. That's amazing. I see y'all in here. Hey, so we still going live today?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Am I ready? Ready?
Of course you ready. You just got out the shower.
Yeah, I still gotta put my clothes on and stuff.
You don't got to do that. You could be just like that.
No.
Okay, you can put your clothes on and stuff. Now, if I said I want to be a client and get handcuffed and you'd have been ready already.
Well, I have a client today, sir. So.
Okay, because we could do it now. I'm just, put your shirt and stuff on because I know you're gonna be busy. It's only gonna take me. How many minutes? Do you want me to do a 10-minute special, 20 minutes? What is like your time limit for us to talk?
I don't really. I have my client don't come till 4, so we have time. They stick out today.
Oh, I would love to witness you and your client, but okay.
Yeah, that's confidential.
I know that's confidential because he probably white anyway.
Well, actually, we could talk about it today. Since I've been in Chicago, all my clients have been black.
Woo! Okay, we gonna be on Zoom because like Zoom is gonna be unfiltered, and then I edit it and I put it on YouTube. Okay. It's gonna be people in the room, and it's gonna be a lot of women ask you questions and stuff. And I can't wait because you almost have to make me a client because I'm interested to know what that is about. But I'm not gonna get you the questions down. I'm gonna wait till you all because you all soaking wet. Oh my god! And so I'll wait till you all dry, and then I will ask you some questions.
What kind of women?
It's black women, potential clients that have beautiful husbands that may want you to spice up their bedroom. So we will see you on Zoom. So give you like 30 minutes to be ready. Like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. See you, Wiley.
Okay. Bye-bye. Woo, that's about to be hot. Okay, so because if for members only, we get it in on members only. Like we drive the conversation on members only. We gets it in over there. We have, I say, the best. Like we have some conversation over there. That's why Daniela Turner and others, they give memberships because it goes on over there. It goes on and up. So let me send him the Zoom information. I want to make sure that we good because Daniela Turner have definitely been a good supporter of the Wiley Show because she follows me and she will tell you, child, it gets, baby, when I tell you it gets in with the gets in over there on members only. Like we get it in over there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm sorry I'm dealing with a cold. I have a little cold, but nevertheless, we still gonna be working it. I have a cold. So you know how that goes. I have a cold, but nevertheless, I'm here. They said TS and fucking really don't like women. What? Y'all is in here. Then people would say, it does. Hello, it does. Like people would say, oh, Wiley, man, you ain't growing. Brother, do you see the growth? Get someone sit down. Brother and sister, we have growth over here. I just think y'all want, and it's happening, baby. You ain't about to get me up out my spot. We doing good. I see people I never seen before. I seen folks I never talked before. We growing. You don't know where I come from. I come from having 3 people watching me. Hell, I came from a point nobody was watching. Woo! Nobody was watching. So seeing 300, I done hit the million. I done hit the jackpot. So you wasn't there for the years when it was nobody listening. I mean nobody. Who is listening to the Wiley Show? Nobody. There was a time I was talking to my damn self. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was talking to myself. So you can sit on down for that. My niece is 7 years old. 7 years old. 7 years ago, she was an infant, and I was interviewing Ernest Owen. He got a book called about cancel culture. I interviewed that brother. It was me and Ernest Owens on that line when nobody listening. And I lied to him and said he said, how many listeners we got? We got 300,000 listeners. It was only me and him and my baby niece in the back. Because my sister snuck out the house and I had to babysit her in Inglewood. I was on my grandmother's phone in the house. And it was me and Ernest Owens on the episode. The one that dragged, Justin Timberlake. So don't talk about me about growth because you wasn't there when it was 2 people. You think I'm about to let you trick down my side? You enemy, you devil. Sit out. That's a lie, and it goes back to the pits of hell. You weren't there. It was just me and Ernest Owens on the line. When he was alive, it was me and Jaquez on the line. Actually, when Jaquez would tune into the show and I would have a guest, it would be one listener. It would be Jaquez, me, and the guest. Or sometimes I would do the show by myself and Jaquez would be the only person in there and I would lie. We got 300,000 people listening around the world. I will make up tweets. Well, we got Elizabeth from California and she says she loved the Wiley Show. She want nobody tweeting about the Wiley Show. So I have 32,000. I'm glad about that because I know where I came from. You think I'm going to be mad because other folks got more subscribers? That's their life. And we congratulate them. We pat them on the back. But I thank God for my 32,000 and growing because this is a squad that I love. My producers are in here heavy and they love the Wiley Show. You think I'm going to be mad about that? You can sit on down. You can sit down, devil. Go to the pits of hell. Go and douche and come back with another clap back because that one didn't work. You go and douche, devil, and go to a bathhouse and lie to them folks in there. You can't come here with that lie. So you can say that all day long that Wiley, he ain't growing. I'm sorry, I got to get to my members only, but it is Sunday. It won't be a show if I can't give a little sermon. You ain't growing. Honey, please. You don't know where I came from. I am growing. But the enemy will make it seem like, oh, you ain't got 3 million. Well, hell, some of my competitors ain't got 3 million people, subscribers. They wish they had that. So I thank God for what I have comfortable or what I have, and I keep working. Do we all want more? Yes. And God will give us more. But I'm not going to rush God's time. I can't rush his timing. He work. Everybody's on a different speed of life. I can't rush it. Can't rush it. Tomorrow I could do a show and it blow up and I'm just getting millions. That could happen. But until the end, I'm working on God's timing. You don't know where my life going to be. I don't know where it's going to be. I know I'm going to be great. I know it will be great. They said, "Why you got to let people talk?" No. I ain't got to let people do nothing. You come here, you under my authority. Go to church and you try to overtalk your pastor, you'll get rebuked and kicked out. Especially if you're no good tithe giver. You ain't going to control this. I'm the pastor of this house. You don't like it, go find somebody else. All right? It is a courtesy that I open up the phone lines. Courtesy. Because by the time we wouldn't get no phone callers, people stop calling. You like it when I interrupt. You call in more. Especially women. Women used to men cutting them off. Shut up, B. What you say, Tyrone? Did you just call me a B? I'm tired of you. You don't like no good man that treat you right. You like being disrespected. How is it when I didn't disrespect nobody, nobody was calling in? When I'm disrespected, you get the most callers. What does that say about you? You like to be disrespected. It reminds you of Pookie and Ray Ray. I say it's too late. If you want to drag me, come. You know, I'm doing my sermon now. You want to drag me? Oh, well, who is this? Oh, you used to call it all the time. Okay. Oh, you drunk? But you ain't drunk today, right? You sober today? Of course not. I was never drunk then. You was never drunk then? Okay, but you sounded drunk.
Well, no, I didn't sound drunk. You didn't call me drunk. Some other people in the comments used to say that because you used to agree with me. But anyway, that was back in the day.
Oh, that was back in the day.
I was calling about today's topic, though, for real, for real.
What about today's topic? You got 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Go ahead.
You didn't say nothing to hurt my feelings. I'm good.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
But, okay, so I wanted to go one thing. Somebody made a comment. Somebody that called and made a comment about how do you bully somebody and they older than you. That was like one of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life. Just because somebody's older than you doesn't mean you're bullying, that you're not bullying them.
Right.
Okay? And that's the wrong message to be putting out there. So I had to correct that. for whoever may be listening in the future and whoever heard that already, if they're still here, you need to understand, just because somebody's older than you doesn't mean that you're not bullying them. That just makes absolutely no sense.
Right.
And I had to say that just because of the word bullying was used, you know?
Right.
Okay, so I had to make that correction. Also, somebody called and they were worried about the fact that you supposedly didn't believe Tasha K was whatever as a child. Listen, let me tell you something. I didn't believe it. After she did that interview with that lady years ago, and after she did the interview and put it out, she turned around and talked nasty about that lady and did all that stuff years ago. When TK did that shit, I was done with her. I was done with her channel, and I was disgusted. I was like, nah, there's no way possible she could have been either. That's how I felt, because I'm like,
and then also,
people that have been through trauma and stuff like that, that's not how you treat people. You don't talk about that. I mean, she was making jokes and was just being real disgusting. I'm like, wait.
She didn't believe Jack won't write trauma either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not how you act. Like, I just didn't feel it.
Because and you know why you dealing with that? Because Tasha K have been sued for lying. Yeah, she been sued for lying. It's hard to believe a liar that went on the record and said, I lied.
Yeah. And said it plenty of times. She has said it plenty of times. But that was after that. But my thing was that was my whole thing. So the caller that came in and kept trying to get you, I'm glad you didn't go there. But that was just one of the little notes I made. I said, in case I call in, because I wasn't going to call in, I said, I'm going to wait. You know what I'm saying? And maybe speak to y'all on Zoom or whatever. I said, but no, let me just call in now, because I didn't want to just bring it back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so for whoever's gonna feel some type of way, I guess they could call back in.
Yeah, I hear you. I really, really hear you on that. And that's why I said that, you know, people, it's hard to believe Tasha K, because she went on court record and said, I lied for clicks and views. So could this all be a lie? We don't know. She has shown no evidence, no proof. And she have came out and said people were lying and stuff like that. So what she say is all the truth. So, and she had went on the, you know, she had $4 million in debt because of the slander and the lies that she said about Cardi B. So, and that's.
Oh my goodness, Wiley, you put that up there?
Of course.
You remember me?
Yes, I remember you.
Oh, I was about to tell you remember me when I called in and told you was on the thing.
Yeah, I remember. Of course, I remember you.
I feel so special.
You have a beautiful voice. I told you that. Are you beautiful? For 10 being a beautiful, 1 being.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Are you beautiful?
You do remember me.
Yeah, I do remember.
I'm beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Inside and out, of course.
So if you send me a picture, I send you a heart and be like, this look good. You look good. You think I'll flirt with you? You that beautiful for me to flirt with?
Let me tell you something right now, Wiley. You flirt with everybody, so that's not even a question. So stop that. We're not even going there. Oh no, you tried it.
Okay.
All right, so but yeah. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you. I would love to see you. Hopefully you come to Vegas or something, you know. I don't know if you're able to come to Vegas.
Vegas is just in like a couple of days. Oh no, it's the wrong weekend.
Oh, it's the wrong weekend.
It's my baby's birthday. Yeah, it's the wrong weekend.
It's your baby daddy birthday or your child birthday?
I said my baby's birthday. First of all, my child's father is my husband. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's your husband.
I ain't got no baby daddy.
Oh, congratulations on that. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay.
Don't congratulate me now. It's been too long. Shit.
I apologize for that. I apologize.
I'm take my death out here.
I apologize for that.
I just want to be alone for the rest of my life.
Oh.
I don't want no sex. I don't want to do nothing.
All right.
Somebody to take care of me.
You want somebody to take care of you?
You gonna come wash my feet, Wiley?
No, I can't do that. If I can't do something else on another.
Want people to wash your feet though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely not, women. Do not fall for it. Let his men wash his feet. You women do not. Don't. No. He ain't ready to wash yours. No, don't do it.
All right.
Nah, anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll see you later on Zoom.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, yeah. So, y'all like to be disrespected. The most callers. Y'all don't like when I'm nice. You like when I'm cutting you off, you call in more. You like that? You won't have baby daddy drama, relationship drama. You like that. That's all you have known. From the projects, from molded bread, all the way to the social media streets. So don't come here, oh, look, when you cut off callers, you won't get any callers. The more we cut you off, the more you call in. Have you noticed that? What does that say about those black women? Is I'm the problem or is the black woman the problem? Let that soak in on this Sunday. All right? Now, we're about to go live on Members Only with our special guests. We ask that you bring all the confusion, bring all your generational trauma, because I'm sure going to bring mine. I got a lot of generational trauma that I want to bring to the Members Only. I have real trauma. And it's nothing like I can't afford a therapist. And Bishop T.D. Jakes, he wrote a book and I'm listening to it. It's called The Disruptor. And they said, well, I think that people should go to therapy instead of church. And he said, well, if you can afford it, therapy is good if you can afford it. Most people can't afford it. I can't afford therapy. So my therapy is to talk to y'all and let y'all be my therapist. And I lay my heart out on Members Only. I went through a trying time about a week ago. I asked for y'all prayers. And I laid out my heart to my executive producers. This is what you pay for. And I want to thank you all for not judging me. Thank you. I want to say thank you for that. And I talk about everybody. And I even talk about myself. I got tired of seeing myself. Every time I bounce up, things were bouncing up with me. I got tired of that because I didn't want to be no woman. So I'm starting to put in the work. I was 364 pounds. And in my clothes, before I go to Members Only, in my clothes, I want to make sure my guest is getting ready. In my clothes, I was walking up them flight of stairs out of breath. I will go to the store, Kroger's and Walmart, and buy Dubby Snacks, chicken, hot sauce, chips, and I will walk up them stairs out of breath. Out of breath. And when I went to the doctor and I stand on that scale and I seen the weight, 3 digits, 3, 6, 4. And I said, I can't keep living like that. Blood pressure extremely high. So I went home, got in my beautiful Uber, because I don't have a car. And I looked in the mirror and I saw all of those stretch marks, jelly rolls. And I said, I need to make a change. And I'm starting to do the work. And I want to say thank you all for encouraging me doing the work. And I'm doing it for me and for your future husbands that I'm a screw when I get this body together. Of course I'm going to do that. Some of y'all got good looking husbands. I like husbands. It's just everything. But I'm just doing it for me as well. I'm doing it for my health and for my own personal gain. So in 2024, I can be my own walking billboard. I can wake up early, take a shower, and post little thirst trap pictures with a link to my channel. That's the goal. And I want to thank you all for helping me in this. And I have a personal trainer. She like women. She's married to a woman, a white woman, actually. And I wanted that. I wanted an interracial couple. I didn't want Shaquita from the project. I wanted an interracial couple so I can see the beauty of an interracial couple, beautiful couple. And she's going to be training me. I didn't want a man because, you know, I like to flirt with men a lot. So I decided to get a woman that like women to be my personal trainer. And so I thank you. I want to encourage you guys to do right for yourselves. Health and wellness is key. And I'm about to go on my members only because I know they're waiting, but I just want to say thank you all for that because I don't want to be in a wheelchair bumping into walls, obese. You know, I have so many stripes against me. I'm cockeyed, loose eye, all of these things, and obese. So I can't have that. I can't be obese with a wobbly eye and a twisted foot. So I had to work on it. That's why I'm in physical therapy. They're turning the foot, turning it, trying to straighten it out, give me my right alignment. And I'm working on my weight. So at least if you see the eye, you can see a six-pack. You can be like, ooh, who he looking at? But ooh, what he got down there, you know. So I just want to say that to you. And I see Crystal in the chat. I see Shanielle said, Wiley, why are you so silly? It's in me. I love me. Thank you. In the words of my sister that say she Mexican now, little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. If we have blessed you, get our Cash App, ushers, bring the basket. Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley 28. Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. Help this show. 5, 10, 100, 3,000, 3 million, whatever you have, contribute to the show. I'm about to go over there and wake it up in members only. And I got to wake it up over there because they paying me $5. And I'm entertaining you. When I entertain, I think they paying me 50 million. But if you can entertain a person for $5, and I entertain a lot of people for free, baby, the bigger money gonna come. So I'm gonna entertain my members and give them the best show ever. Thank you. Now let me go use the John really quickly because I got all this liquid that I got to deposit in there. Okay. All right. Talk to you soon. Let's get ready for members only. Oh man, peace. Subscribe, thumbs up.